Some guys are just not interested in having long-term relationships. I totally understand. You're more interested in maybe a quick hookup. We actually do teach this and how to do it in specifics over at our TripAdvice Accelerator coaching program, where we apply the principles that I'll be talking about today to you. You can check out tripadvicecoaching.com. You can book a call with myself and my team, and we can chat about how we can help you. But today, let's go over a general idea of what needs to be done in order to be able to have a quick hookup. First, it's about creating a quick connection. Okay, so this is going to take some volume per se if you are trying to do this, let's say, at a bar or a club. But of course, this is also something that needs to happen if you're on a date. There has to be some sort of quick connection. So what does that mean? That means that it should be fluid and easy to discuss anything and chat with this person that you just met. It should be feeling very seamless, and it should be not feeling like there's this barrier or you're trying too hard. And that can happen with a lot of the women that you meet. But some women that you meet, the connection is going to be there a little bit more instantaneous. Now you might ask, well, Trip, how do I create that connection? How am I supposed to, make that happen? There really is no way to make that happen. That just happens. You just have to be in that moment. The best way I can say to allow that quick connection to happen is for you to feel at ease and comfortable in the conversation. If you feel nervous, if you feel too uptight, if you feel like you're not able to relax in the conversation to allow that quick connection to happen and for conversation to flow smoothly, then it's going to be harder for her to feel that. People really play off of each other, especially the energy and the vibe that you're giving off. So if you go into a conversation and you're more relaxed, then she'll be more relaxed. Now, of course, just because you're relaxed and comfortable, that doesn't mean the quick connection is going to happen. But if you are not that way, then that quick connection won't happen at all. So again, it has to be a time when you're talking to a woman and things are flowing very smoothly, because then that's going to offer the next steps here, which is number 2, flirting fast. When that quick connection happens, you want to start flirting right away and you want to lay it on thick. You want to make sure that you are flirting heavily so she knows this is not a friend conversation. This is not about friendship. And you are subtly telling her, but doing it fast, that you are interested in her. Okay? So this can be in the form of teasing, giving her some shit, really a lot of body language, like getting close to her, looking at her in the eye, making sure that she knows that you are interested in this conversation, you want to be there, and that there is nothing else going on around you at all. So you're like in this zone with her and making it known that she's the one that you want to be connecting with while you're having this quick connection, while you are throwing in these kind of verbal flirts. Now here's where there has to be some sort of escalation. So again, we'll give you 2 different ways here, because one is you might be meeting her at a bar or a club. 2, you might be on a date, right? So there should be sort of an opportunity for you to be able to escalate fast. Bar or club is pretty easy. You guys are next to each other, you're talking to each other. It might even be kind of loud, so you're going to be close to each other. And then here, you can perform any kind of escalation physically. For a date, it's going to be a lot harder if she's across the table from you, so you want to be close to her. So it's going to be a lot easier if you have a situation where you're at a bar, or you're maybe in a booth, but you guys are next to each other, or you guys are at the corner of a table, just opportunities where you guys can be sort of close. Here now, you want to be able to escalate physically, and the way you're going to do that is just having opportunities to touch her hand, to touch her arm, to maybe even go for the kiss. But it's really going to be hard to do that if you guys aren't at a close proximity. So the real tip here is you have to be in a close proximity to make sure that you have more opportunities to then escalate physically, to then now create more of that sexual connection. So before it was about creating that connection where you guys kind of like each other and conversation is smooth. Now it's about creating that physical connection and making sure that you're breaking the touch barrier between you and her. Now, to just rewind a little bit, there's something I want to dive deeper into here when we're talking about volume, okay? So volume, again, is doing a lot of approaches, because you're not going to necessarily just go up to one woman at a bar and be able to take her home that night. It might take doing a lot of approaches. Why? Because you're doing a lot to see who you can have that quick connection with and who you're vibing with really fast and who you're able to escalate fast with. Same thing with a date. You're not going to necessarily be able to take every single woman home on every single first date that you go on, but when you have a lot of volume, a lot of first dates, and the rest that I said earlier are in place, then it's going to make it easier for that to continue and for that to happen. Next is logistics. And it's funny because this sounds so obvious, but a lot of guys don't think about this. In fact, I didn't think about this either back in the day when this was something that I was interested in. And it's that you need to have a place for you guys to actually hook up. Like, that needs to happen. And then before that, there has to be a reason why you might be going to that place to hook up. You obviously, or maybe it's not obvious, can't just say to a woman, hey, let's go back to my place, we're gonna hook up, right? Women have what's called anti-slut defense. They do not want to be slut shamed. They do not want to be judged for being easy. So you have to make it more smooth in terms of going back to a place where you guys can hook up that's not necessarily about that. To generalize, two parts of logistics are, why are you going to the place that you're going to go to? And that place that you go to, is that a place where you guys can actually hook up? More times than not, that place is going to be your place. Okay, so there has to be a reason. So if you're at a bar or club, there has to be some sort of reason where you guys might be going out and leaving the place. Maybe you guys leave and you go grab a bite to eat. Maybe you take her to go grab a drink at another place. Of course, her friends, this is where more logistics comes in, have to be okay with that. So maybe you've been talking to her friends and befriending them. Maybe you're telling her, hey, listen, like, I don't know if your friends will be comfortable with this. You got to tell them that you're leaving, right? Most of the time, they're just not going to ditch their friends and do that. But they will tell their friends that they are leaving if they are interested in you and you guys have that quick connection. So you have to make sure that you get her to leave the place with you and have her be okay with that. Kind of the same thing with a date. At that point, obviously, it's a date. So she's either going to two places, right? She's going home or going somewhere else, or she's going to your place. And so the next step here is having a place, having a reason to go back to your place. So that can be, hey, let's go back and listen to music. Hey, let's go have another drink. Hey, let's keep hanging out. Just any sort of reason, something you guys have been talking about that you wanted to show her that's at your place. Maybe you live close by, but it's about getting her to want to come with you to the next location. And here's the thing. She gets it. She knows what might happen, but you just can't say it. You cannot be totally out with it in terms of being like, okay, this is why we're going back. Women don't want it to be that out and that forced. It has to be more natural. You as a man, it's probably more okay for you. For her, as she is different, it's not. Now, back to the bar and club situation, same thing. If you guys are going back to your place, there has to be a reason, and it can be the same reasons I said before. You know, everyone is looking for some sort of like special line, like, I don't want to give you a special line. It should be more natural in the moment. Really, it's like anything you can think of in that moment of why there might be a reason why you guys can go back there. I told you some reasons already. Seeing something, having some food, grabbing a drink, listening to music, whatever it may be. You know, try to get a little creative with it. Hopefully it's something that has to do with something you guys chatted about, if possible. Then it makes it more smooth for a reason to go back to your place. And that's really it. And if you want some ways to touch her to turn her on when you guys are back at your place, watch the video right here. And if you need help with this in general of how to hook up with more women, meet more women, attract more women, get volume, go to tripadvicecoaching.com. There you can book a call with us and we can chat about how we can help you and get you into a coaching program that will get you more results with women.